Thank you very much and welcome again to B.I.G Media channel. Thank you very much for subscribing, liking and commenting to this channel. Remember, when you ask me any question, I'm going to answer you right away. This is the best channel you can have because I am going to teach you on the road safety skills and even for the first beginners who are joining the driving schools and also those who are joining roads. In our current country, we have developed different types of the roads: bypass, underpass, overpass. Are we together? Single carriageway, dual carriageway, one way, two-way traffic. Our roads are being improved now at then. We have Maram Road, we have Tarmac Road, we have all types. Therefore, even the services from National Transport and Safety Authority, I'm not one of them, but I'm here as an ambassador for your own safety. Because what you should consider here most is, are you safe when you are in the road? Are we together? So many people have been against the instructors, saying instructors are very harsh, instructors, they are not friendly people. Are we together? But now I am here and I can prove you that instructors, we are very friendly. We want you to learn something that can help you, that you can grow, and you can be very safe in the road. Congratulations very much for being my partner here, for subscribing, liking, and also asking me any question. Remember, you can share this broadcast with your friends. If it is your first time to be in this channel, welcome very much and remember to watch the previous episode. Now, in this article, I want us to learn about the commonly asked questions by the NTSA in the year 2022 and the year 2023. From the word go, my name is Instructor David. Hashtag they call me Star No. But don't worry about that. What I want you to get is something helpful for you. If you have watched episode part 1 and episode part 2, welcome to episode number 3. And this episode number 3, in episode number 2, we left in question number 30. So today, we are continuing with question number 31. If we may revisit question number 29, it asked about state 5 places where overtaking is prohibited. Identify places where overtaking is prohibited. For those who are watching me outside Kenya, thank you very much for joining. United States of America, US, and so many other countries. Even for those who are in Kenya, in different counties, Nairobi, Kisumu, Nakuru, Kitui, Machakos, all of where you are watching me from, feel free and welcome. Now, my dear friends, how are you going to handle this question? State 5 places where overtaking is prohibited. Now, point number where you cannot overtake is at a sharp bend. Where is a sharp bend is, it means that road, it might maybe sharp bending to the right or sharp bending to the left. But either way, we call it a junction. So many people, they call it a junction. I don't know why. But where the road is bending to the left or the road is bending to the right, we call that one blind spot. We call that one a blind spot. In a blind spot, it means that you as a driver, you as a motorist, you cannot see ahead what is happening or what is at the horizon. Now, that is whenever is a sharp bend to the left or sharp bend to the right. Or even, another answer number 2 is at the brow of a hill. At the brow of a hill. Mwisho wa mlima ama mwanzo wa mlima. You don't know what is at the horizon. So therefore, in such kind of a situation, you cannot overtake. Those are 2 good answers you can give to get 2 marks. Number 3, answer number 3 is at a junction. At a junction, how can we define A junction. A junction is where more than three roads, actually four or even two, moving to different direction. A junction is where more than three roads meet across. Are you together? So at a junction, or maybe near a junction, you cannot overtake because you don't know what is still as well at the horizon. So therefore, you must stick behind another vehicle. In which, remember, another question we might add here is that what is the distance to be kept between two moving vehicles? What is the best distance to be kept between two moving vehicles? Now, the Pelican Limited Company that usually make road signs, I start to be corrected, they usually write that the distance to be kept between two moving vehicles should be 70 meters apart. Are we together? But if you can try to consider that, they don't mean it is for you to keep the 70 specific meters apart. But they want to show to you that if maybe you hit another vehicle from behind, the mistake is for the vehicle which is coming from behind. Are we together? So be sure, keep at the, if it is not about 70 meters, because some of you drivers, you're not driving it carefully. If it is not the specific 70 meters, make sure there's at least not less than 5 to 7 meters apart. Are we together? Yes. Some other drivers, they say, oh, my vehicle has got to brake. Remember that even those brakes can fail. What are you going to do? You'll be caught up. You are going to realize that it is not your day. Remember to keep safe. Now, the next answer is at a no overtaking sign. In our all corners of the roads, in so many places, we have the pelican signs. Even if not all the parts, but we are going to mobilize about how we can at least have signs in commonly most of the roads. But where there's no overtaking signs, you should not overtake because you are taking a risk. Do not overtake where there is no overtaking sign. That's another answer. Another answer as well for this question is at a pedestrian crossing. At a pedestrian crossing, it is very bad for you to overtake another vehicle which is in front of you, because that vehicle, if it is standing near pedestrian crossing, it means there is someone who is crossing the road. Now, if you are impatient and you overtake near or at a pedestrian crossing, you might find yourself knocking the pedestrian. And remember, in this case, as I usually inform my dear students, thank you very much even for those who are watching me, who are coming back. Continue watching even the previous episode. As I said, for those who are coming right now, my name is Instructor David, aka Stano, and I am your road safety ambassador expert. And we are discussing about the question that Ntsa usually ask you. So be prepared and be ready. If you watch out the previous episode, you are going to learn and attain more. I'm humbled again. Welcome. Let us continue and give another answer. As we have said that you cannot overtake near pedestrian crossing, remember, you as motorists or you as drivers, if you hit or knock or cause an accident near pedestrian crossing, remember that a pedestrian crossing, what's a pedestrian crossing? A pedestrian crossing is a special place or a section of the road set aside across the road where people cross the road from one side to the other. Hey, I hope you are very happy because you are learning this. A pedestrian crossing is a place set aside it's a special place set aside or a section of the road set aside across the road where people cross the road from one side to the other. Now, what happens if you knock a pedestrian at a pedestrian crossing? Now, there's something we call highway code. And the highway code is a booklet or a document signed and amended by the parliament containing safe rules to be used in the road. Now, that booklet contains a lot of information containing the rules. Are we together? Aside than the highway code, we have a highway act. What's a highway act? A highway act is a booklet or a document signed and amended by the parliament containing fines and penalties. Are we together? Now, let us come back here. Now, if you knock someone at a pedestrian crossing, now the highway code is taken in the court. They are not going to charge you from nowhere. No. They usually use law. They usually use a rule. There must be rules and regulations. Now, this booklet contains rules and regulations to be used in the road. If you knock someone at a pedestrian crossing, you will be taken to court. And now, the highway code will prove you that you have done a mistake. On the other hand, they will be taking by them a highway act indicating the fine and the penalty you are going, that it is going to be enforced on you. And these are the likely outcome. First and foremost, you are going to be feeding the family of this person. Second, if this person had children who are ongoing the school, you are going to make sure that all the bills in short. Let me not go one at a time, but you are going to handle all bills. And remember, as the Ministry of Labor indicates, how much a person should be paid daily basis, you are going to equivalent pay that person. And on the other hand, you are going to pay all the hospital bills, all the medication for that person. If that person does not die. So, take care and take precaution. In the road, do not overspeed where not necessary. Even the road, we have some rules on how to speed your vehicle. If it is in the highway, for the surrounding vehicles, highway, it should be 110. That is the maximum. But it's not a must for you to move in 110. Because now, if we come in the highway we have something we call a major road. A major road has got 4 lanes. We call lanes from left to the, so lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, lane 4. Now, in each lane, there is its maximum and minimum speed limit that should travel in at. Because even another question here that the DC can ask is, places you cannot stop. Number one, at the middle of the road. You cannot stop at the middle of the road. So therefore, in each lane has got its maximum and minimum speed limit. If you are above 50, you should be in lane. If you are in 50 kilometers per hour, you should be in lane number 1. If you are from 51 to 71, you must maneuver to lane number 2. If you are from 71 to 81, you must maneuver to lane number 3. If you are from 80 to 91, you must maneuver to lane number 4, in which you can travel from a speed of 100 kilometers per hour to 110. In which, remember, travel safe. Do not overspeed. And remember, do not drive. Do not drink and drive. Do not drive when you are drunk. Because you are putting other motorists' life in danger. Nice. My point was an answer to a question that asked us in this form. State places where overtaking is prohibited. You cannot overtake at a pedestrian crossing. Now, what happened if this person was crossing where it is not designated for them to cross? For example, there is a pedestrian crossing and there is a bridge. You know what's a bridge, yeah? Yes. There's a pedestrian crossing and there's a bridge. Now, pedestrian crossing, there before it is called zebra crossing, but now it is called pedestrian crossing. Now, even when there's a pedestrian crossing, still people are being knocked down. They are dying. Others I don't want to talk about it, but now our road safety maintenance, including Ntsa and other road safety, they have become the new tactic on how to reduce this death rate. And they have tried to build in major roads something we call it a flyover. Now in those flyover, every pedestrian should use a flyover. Are we together? Yes, because in one-way traffic we find flyovers, but in two-way traffic where vehicle in opposite direction we find pedestrian crossing. Now, when there's a flyover and this pedestrian assumes not to use the flyover and decides to cross on the road, and by mistake or maybe coincident happens that he or she is being knocked down, that one is being counted as a suicidal act. So it is good on the other side, make sure you mentor your loved one. Make sure you mentor even those guys who are in schools, children's, in primaries, in secondary schools. Nowadays they are called junior secondary school. PP, whatever, PP1 to PP3, 2, 4, 5, all of them are in high schools. Are we together? Try to mentor them. Tell them that they must use the designated position for them to cross the road from one side to the other side for their own safety. Another answer is you cannot overtake at a railway crossing. It is very dangerous. But now in Kenya, in neighboring countries, there's something we call SGR. SGR. Now, in the SGR, it is different from the railway crossing we had there before during our time. Okay? During our time, there was something, there was barriers. So barriers, they were, when the train would approach where there's a road, now the barriers could cross the road until the train crosses from maybe left to the right. After the train crosses, now the barriers, now they can be opened. Now for the motorists and for the people to cross. That was their area before. But now since we have an SGR, we have SGR. Now the SGR can use either underneath or maybe overneath. Now that one means the SGR, some of the watapitia huku chini na tengine tapita huku juu. Therefore, there will be nothing to do with barriers. How together? Now, even in that dimension, our road safety has been improved. But that one can add you another point. That is question number 29. Question number 30 is we learned there in part number 2. What are the two names given to highway signs? Now, highway signs are divided into 3 groups. Before I go further, we have another name for highway signs, and that is the question being asked here. What is the other 2 names given to highway signs? Number 1, we have what we call traffic sign. It can also be called highway signs. And the last one is road signs. So, highway signs can also be called traffic signs. Highway signs can also be called road signs. That is the best fitting answer. Something to top up on this point is the highway signs are divided into 3 classes. Class 1, we have what we call regulatory signs. Class B, we have what we call warning signs. But C, we have what we call informatory signs. Regulatory signs are further divided into 3 main groups. Number 1, priority signs, which is only stop and give way sign. Number 2 of regulatory signs, we call them compulsory or mandatory signs, which are identified. Number 1, they are blue in color. Number 2, they are circular in shape. Number 3 of regulatory signs, they are called prohibitory signs. Prohibitory signs, their identity is number one, they are circular in shape. Number two, they are red in color. Good. Subbranch or group number two, they are called warning signs. Warning signs, their identity is one, they are red in color. Number two is that they are triangular in shape facing upward. Miss Yui, but they are triangular in shape facing upward. They are called warning signs. Number three, they are called inflammatory signs. Inflammatory signs are divided into two. We have facilitative signs and we have route confirming signs. Route confirming signs, most of them, you find them at a nearby road bisection or nearby a bypass. Because you see maybe some arrows showing you that when you pass to the left, you are going to go maybe to join another road. If you go straight, you are going maybe to somewhere. If you go to the right, you are going to go to somewhere. Are we together? Like in Kenya, if I can give an example in Kenya. And I can give you, for example, in maybe Thika Super Highway. If you're coming from Nairobi heading to Thika, you are going to see a big billboard in the road, at the middle of the road, huko juu kabisa, very high, and you are going to see green paintings with white or black arrows showing you if you go to the left, you are going to go to Githurai. If you pass to the right, you are going to go to Kahawa Sukari or Kahawa Wendani. Are you together? If you are coming from Thika, coming back to Nairobi, and somewhere we call it Garden City. You are going to see a big billboard up there, very high, and you can be able to see it. It is very visible. You see the arrow heading to the left, passing to the left. It's indicating that you are going to join all shops, and if you turn to the left, you are going to join Outer Ring Road. If you go straight, you are going to proceed to town. Are we together? Now, those are some of the signs which we call route confirming signs. Facilitative signs, they give you information about what you might be maybe in need of. Like maybe you want to fuel your vehicle, it is facilitating you, telling you that nearby you can fuel. It can give you another service. You can get a sign in which that one can be a facilitative sign informing you that nearby we have a hotel or a motel, and so forth and so forth. The next episode, after we are done with the most examined question by NTSA 2022 and 2023, I'm going to consider about the signs. Thank you very much for those who are joining me. This is B.I.G Media TV. My name is Instructor David. You call me Stano if you like it. I own the two names. Don't worry. Now, remember to like, to subscribe, to comment, ask me a question. Remember to share this episode with your lovely friends. Let them still as well get informed. Yeah. So, if we proceed with question number 31. This question is asking, what is the maximum speed limit on highway for saloon vehicles? The maximum speed limit in highway for saloon vehicles should be 110 as far as the speed governor is concerned. But it is not a must for you to move in 110. You can move even in 100 or 90 or 80. You are not slow. In which, remember, that is for the saloon vehicles. What about for the trucks, light trucks and the trucks? And even for the PSV like Matatu buses, you should be in 80 kilometers per hour. Are we together? Yes. Now, for the trailers, for the plant operators, they usually travel, even in some tuk-tuk, they usually travel in 65 kilometers per hour. That was a point to support it. Kindly remember, when you see this ad, they are going to be of my help. Make sure do not skip, and I'm going be glad, and I'm going to see the fruits of this work that I am doing. If you wish to support me, my number is 0707-201-073. For my friends and students, those who are outside Kenya, you can send and add the code of our country, which is +254 707 2010 73 +254 707 201 073. You can even WhatsApp me and ask me any question, and I'm going to assist you. Question number 32 is about which vehicles have a right of way on the road. And by the way, this question wanafunzi wengi sana wanaangukanga. Wanafunzi wengi sana wanaangukanga. Which vehicle has a right of way in the road? Unasikia wanafunzi wakisema ambulance, fire brigade, mwingine anasema ati fire extinguisher. Wo? Ulisomea wapi? Ebu, can you join this channel? Watch the previous episode, we are going to still learn. Now, how should you answer this question? Which vehicle has a right of way on the road? The answer is this: vehicles coming from the right. Because danger comes from the right. That's why in Kenya and East Africa we keep left. But for those who are outside East Africa, they usually keep right and overtake from the left. So maybe if you invite me in your country, don't worry. I know how to handle this. And I am an international instructor. So I'm going to make sure that you have and you get what is worthy you. Nice. Question number 33. What is the function of a jack in a vehicle? What is the function of a jack in your vehicle? And by the way, there's another question being asked here. Or maybe it is usually asked. Like last year, December, they asked this question. How many wheels does your vehicle have? Remember that you have to say 5 wheels. 4 wheels moving and 1 spare. I know some of you whom have gone for a test being asked this question and wondering how. You have to take your point home. 5 wheels, 4 moving, 1 spare. Good. So let us come back. Now for that spare wheel, you must have some equipment. I'll be discussing you about this in a further detailed information. So keep watching more videos from this channel. So the function of a jack into the vehicle, it is to lift the vehicle in order to change the damaged wheel. The function of a jack, it is to lift the vehicle high above the ground in order for you to change the damaged wheel. So you must replace the damaged wheel with a spare. Every time you are moving with your vehicle, you have to carry a spare wheel. And the spare wheel must be in good condition. And actually remember this. If maybe an Ntsa or maybe a traffic police gets you without a spare wheel, that one is a mistake. You must, as long as you have a vehicle, you must have a spare wheel. Because it will tokea kwa highway, what are you going to do? And changing a tire should take less than 10 minutes. Less than 15 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. If you go more, only 15. Next episode, I'll make sure I show you on how to change, and I demonstrate to you on how to change a tire. Nice. Question number 34. Which vehicle does not reverse gear? Hey! Mepatikana. Which vehicle does not have a reverse gear? Now the question is asking you which vehicle that does not have a reverse gear. Tuk-tuk has a reverse gear. Trailer has a reverse gear. Plant operator has got a reverse gear. Bus, Nissan, surrounding vehicles, oh my. Now, which vehicle does not have a reverse gear, by the way? Oh, no. I remember, it is a motorbike. Actually, motorbike has only one gear, and that is forward gear. Forward ever, backward never. But remember, if they want to move backward, huanga wanaisukuma, they should pull it backward. Are we together? So the right answer here, it is motorbike. Motorbike does not have a reverse gear. Nice. Question number 35. What are the 3 common mistakes made when approaching roundabout? What are the 3 common mistakes done when approaching roundabout? Now, okay. What is a roundabout? A roundabout is the innermost lane because it adds up to a full circle. Therefore, lane 3, lane 2, lane 1 act as a space-stroke area for roundabout. Now, I know you know what is a roundabout. Question number 2, which might arise from this question is, what are the rules of a roundabout? Rule number 1 is no stopping, no changing lane, no overtaking, no overspeeding. Number 5, approach and exit roundabout using the correct lane. 5 rules of a roundabout. Rule number 1, no overtaking, no changing lane, no overspeeding. Are you together? No stopping, no changing lane, no overtaking, no overspeeding. Number 5, approach and exit roundabout using the correct lane. So those are the 5 rules of roundabout. Another question which might arise from this question is, how do we approach roundabout in Kenya and East Africa? The answer is, we approach roundabout clockwise direction. Clockwise direction. Outside East Africa, we approach roundabout anti-clockwise direction. Let us come back to our question. Name 3 common mistakes made when approaching roundabout. Answer number 1, approaching roundabout using long lane. Good. Number 2, approaching roundabout with a high speed. Since we have said in our rules that no overspeeding. Point number 2, approaching roundabout with a high speed. It's a common mistake done when approaching roundabout. Number 3, approaching roundabout without observing traffic lights. You must check traffic lights. Now, at the basis of traffic lights, the traffic light sequence, we have 3 only colors. Color number 1, we have red. Red, which means stop. Number 2, we have amber or yellow, which means get ready to. And number 3, we have green. Green, which means go. Green means go. Amber sukero means get ready to. Red means stop. Red means stop. That's how you can handle question number 35. Now, question number 36. What is a highway code? We have gone through this. You see now, ilikuja question number 36. Now, what is a highway code? We've said it's a document signed and amended by the parliament containing safe rules to be used in the road. Besides a highway code, another question that can be questioned from here is, what is a highway act? And we've said a highway act is a booklet containing fines and penalties that the road users are enforced. So, without further ado, I have some other questions here and expect them in part number 4. Part number 4. Yes. Expect them in part number 4. This is part number 3. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, ask me any question. For those who are in Kenya, my WhatsApp number is 0707 201 073. You can still as well support me via that same number. Remember kindly to subscribe, write, comment, and ask me any question. Right away, I am going to answer you. Now remember that B.I.G Media Channel, B.I.G Media TV, this is the platform where if you keep on learning, you are going to learn how to drive with a team of experts. As I've been receiving positive feedback from some of you that they are learning well, they are passing the Ntsa test. Congratulations, guys, to you. Congratulations. I'm clapping for you. Congratulations. Welcome to the roads, our new drivers. But remember this, that umekuta hiyo barabara hapo, hiyo gari umeikuta kwa barabara. It is you again. Let me go back. Hiyo barabara ikiharibika itatengenezwa. Hiyo gari ikiharibika itatengenezwa. Lakini wewe, if you dislocate, or maybe some of your hands, leg, or maybe part of your body get injured, it will never be able to be replaced and get back to its normal. Kindly, you found our roads there, you found the vehicle there, it is you who have come. Kindly, you are the one who have your own brains, you are the one who is controlling the vehicle, therefore you need to be sober. Do not drink and drive. Again, do not drink and drive. Number 2, do not drive when you are diesel. Are we together? Do not drive when you are feeling like you want to sleep. Do not drive when you are feeling like I'm tired. Nimetoka kwa job, I'm coming from the job and I'm feeling exhausted, like, whoa. Do not drive when you feel you are not fresh. If you are tired, take a break of 30 to 40 minutes. Doze vizuri. After that, wake up, continue driving. Do not drink and drive. Wacha kamunyweso. Kando. Kwanza, fika salama. Not only for your own safety, but even for the other road users' safety. Remember, again, when you are going in the road, when you are traveling, when you are driving, before you drive, make sure you have the following document with you. Number 1, valid driving license. Do not drive when you don't have a valid driving license. Number 2, do not drive when you do not have an insurance. You have not insured your vehicle, either with either of the party. Next time, I am going to prepare a good topic here. If God wishes, and maybe you are there, and you have to accompany, it's about insurance. Kindly, I want you to partner with me. I am looking for you guys so that we can educate our new drivers in town. My point was, do not drive when you don't have an insurance cover. Number 3, make sure when you are driving, you have somewhat we call inspection sticker. Inspection sticker helps you to be safe in this dimension. You have to take your vehicle for what we call do not drive your vehicle without inspection sticker. Your vehicle will be inspected. To be inspected means your vehicle must be checked whether everything it is functioning and your vehicle is roadworthy. And actually, they are not going to send you away without any information. They are going to check your vehicle. They are going to tell you and advise you. Go check the balancing of your wheels. Go and check the balancing of your steering. Go and check on maybe the lights. Right together. Go and check on about your brakes. Go check on about your wheels. Actually, wheels even have expired dated, and a lot of things. I'll be taking you through one by one. But my fellow dear student, my online student, remember that you do not drive your vehicle without those 3 documents. Valid driving license, valid insurance sticker, and valid inspection sticker. For the PSV and heavy commercial vehicle, make sure you have what we call TLB, or road license. Are you together? For my student, what I mean with the TLB or road license, I mean this. If your vehicle is a matatu, it should carry passengers from Nairobi to Thika. It must stick to Nairobi to Thika route. And it must have a road license to be operating in that route. If your vehicle is operating from Nairobi to Kisumu, to Nakuru, to Eldoret, you must stick to Nairobi Naivasha highway. Because your vehicle has a road license of from Nairobi to Naivasha, or Nairobi to Kisumu, or Nairobi to Moyale, or Nairobi to Mombasa. Are you together? So that's what we call a road license. So you must have those 4 documents if you are a PSV driver: valid driving license, valid inspection sticker, valid insurance sticker, and a road license. If you are private drivers, so maybe those who have private vehicles, maybe you have 3: valid driving license, actually smart driving license. Make sure you have what we call insurance sticker, valid. You have a valid inspection sticker. Kindly, I request of you guys, make sure that you take care of your vehicle before starting a journey. You must do what we call servicing your vehicle now and then. Because if you're not doing a services to your vehicle, therefore, that one, it means your vehicle can cause accident. But if you have been taking your vehicle for inspection years and for some services, then your vehicle is very safe. Now, every morning before you move, you must check some of the things. I'll be taking you through about the basic mechanic. But you must check on the oil level, the fuel level, the engine oil level. Are we together? The coolant level. Are we together? And your vehicle parts in general before leaving. Remember again, kindly subscribe, like, comment, ask me the question, and I'm going to answer you right away. My phone number is 0707 201 073. For those outside Kenya, my WhatsApp number is +254 707 201 073. Thank you very much for watching. This is the best channel, the best platform where you are going to learn how to drive with a team of experts. Again, my name is Instructor David. Rather, you can call me Stano. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful time. Until we meet in the next episode. Remember to keep watching. Thank you very much.